Hello and welcome. It's the second part of the Luke Skywalker video. We'll be painting the lightsaber, the hair, the flesh, the belt buckles, and the ground, and any metal bits. On this, you can check me out over on Patreon and on Twitch. Glorious Badger. Oh, straight into the flesh. Cardic flesh, Midland flesh, and Rin flesh from P3. We've got a nice watery coat of Cardic flesh. We are going to slap that on there. We're going to wait for each layer to dry and build it up till we've got a nice even coat. Now I do miss a bit of where the fringe, it's this sort of hairline. There is a bit of black. I should have put a bit of paint up there, but I didn't realise until a bit later, so that does get fixed later. However, we take some of the Midland flesh and we put on the highlights, bridge of the nose. Mulling over to what to do, the brows. I do a bit of a weird line on this, on the cheeks a bit later. Didn't entirely know, but we run with it. Maybe he's been in a fight. As you can see, we do get the eyelids, the lower eyelids, the cheeks, the mouth, the chin. On this, hello, Reichland flesh shade. Oh, been very fruity. So, what are we going to do with that? Oh, the eyes. Yes, classic. Going to do the eyes. We are going to put some Reichland flesh shade. Basically along the hairline, I imagine, underneath the neck. I'm not coating the entire miniature. And we're going to get the Midland flesh back again. And tidy up any little bits and pieces that I think need it. So, the nose again. Brow. Maybe the cheek. Jawline. Potentially, I think I may have. Yeah, we did get the jawline. Rin flesh. Excellent stuff. The final highlight. On him, we're going to get that brow again. Bridge of the nose. Right there. No, that's a brow. Where's the nose? We're going to do the nose. Yes, well done. We've got that nose. And the tip of the sort of tip of the chin. The end of the chin. Whatever that bit is. What we can. I think he's looking pretty good. Obviously, he's not got his eyes painted. It's terrible. We must resolve that. You going to resolve it? We only half resolve it, truth be told, but you'll see why. I think here it is. Miskatonic grey. That's not a white colour. You don't want to use white for painting the whites of the eyes. You want to use a very pale sort of flesh colour, greyish colour, bluish colour, whatever. So, I do only paint the whites of the eyes in. I don't actually get around to painting the irises or indeed the pupil. I might get around to going back and replacing that at some point. Just for now, he's got that rather haunted look on him. Haunted or possessed? And you can also see the lightsabers painted. And all the metal work. Excellent editing. You're going to see all that painted. Don't worry. I'm not forgetting it. It's fine. I am pretty happy with... Oh, hello. Leather brown. Amber gold. And golden blonde. These are all from Reaper miniatures. They do nice triads for all sorts of things, so do check them out. I do like the finish. I didn't get around to using the last colour on this. I thought it was slightly too bright, in fact. So on with the leather brown. Couple of thin coats as always. Or 3. Some require more, some require just the 2. We are going to make sure he's got a full head of hair. Going to make sure that first layer of paint is dry before putting on the next one. And we will be moving on to the next stage. Yeah, the final highlight for this, I decided against it because I was thinking it was slightly too bright. My personal sort of outlook on it. Fabulous. Excellent coverage you got there, Badger. Well done. Woo, hello. And out of focus. Top notch. I do apologise, this is old footage. However, there he is. Couple of coats of hair. Hair? Leather brown. Oh, Agrax Earthshade. Yeah, you see that black bit there? That is actually supposed to be sort of flesh coloured. So that does get resolved later. Anyway, Agrax Earthshade into the parting. Make sure I get some good coverage. Gets into all of the sort of crevices and little chunks of hair. Wait for that to dry. And then we get out the leather brown again. And we want to sort of put that colour back into the highest chunks of hair. We want to leave the Agrax in the sort of crevasses or the recesses. We want to bring that sort of colour back in. So that is what we're doing right now. And I think we're going to do a little bit more. Yeah, we're doing a little bit more. I wasn't quite satisfied with it. Wanted to... See, I've fixed that bit of skin on his forehead. Lovely stuff. No bionic forehead for you, Lukey boy. All right. Slightly out of focus. Legendary stuff. Amber Gold. This is our final highlights. I didn't go higher than this one. I maybe could have, but he's not in a salon. He's not having his modelling photos done for, I don't know, Tatooine's greatest haircuts. We're just going to put this highlight in. There we go. Put a bit more of it down there. Yeah, it was. I was looking at it thinking it needs a bit more, just a little bit. You want a little bit more? Check me out at twitch.tv/glorioussbadger for a little bit more painting. Lovely stuff. Oh, that's black metal. We're going to use that to paint the hilt, handle, whatever that bit of the lightsaber is. I suppose that is the lightsaber in its entirety. Now, I use the gloss here just because I don't really use washes. You could, I could have just used the regular Nuln Oil because I will be matte varnishing this later. If I wasn't going to be varnishing, then I would just leave the gloss on because, well, to keep that shine, essentially. And here is the thrash metal. We want to put this on to the dried Nuln Oil gloss on the sort of top side of the lightsaber, the bits facing upwards. The bits that you can't see on the camera. Oh no, you can see that little bit. Stuff. Yeah, you can't see that though, can you? No. You need to use the Force to imagine. I may very well paint some more of these up on the channel. Do let me know in the chat, in the comments below, what you'd like to see painted, and I will get to it. That was Runefang Steel, folks, for our final sort of almost. I was thinking almost a specular sort of highlight, like the brightest color, but I'm adding far too much for that. However, okay, Rune Lord Brass. Now, I do get a bit confused here. Rune Lord Brass, then Sycorax Bronze. I don't use Skull Crusher Brass in the end, I don't believe. I thought it was one step too far. So, Rune Lord Bronze. We're going to get this belt. He's got some little attachment things on his left hip where his lightsaber sits, and a pouch thingamajiggle right that way. I've already painted it. Look at that. And it's getting a bit more paint now. Look at this brush as well. If you would like me to get better brushes, you could check me out at Patreon. The link will be below. Okay, right. So we have got a nice even-ish coat on the buckle right there. That is now dried. We're going to break out the Cryptek Armor Shade. Add a bit of, well, surprisingly, we have some shade. Gonna hit that bit of lightsaber buckle thing. You can see we put some right in the center of his belt buckle. And now we're going to use Sycorax Bronze for a little bit of a highlight on the belt. I'm not going to worry too much. Now, let's get this lightsaber finished. So, nice even coat of white. We are using P3 Morrow White. And we are using fluorescent paint. So, this is the Vallejo model color. I've since purchased Green Stuff World green, fluorescent green, and a variety of others. I do like them all. We are glazing on this stuff. It works especially well over white. And I decided to put the majority of the paint at the end of the lightsaber. As you can see, I'm putting on a bit more there. Because we wanted the glow of the sort of white near the handle. Couldn't really get that movie effect because it's white down the entire center and it only really worked from one angle. So that's what I decided to go with. Now, I have used Armageddon Dunes, crikey, for this base. I forgot to record this bit. Now we're going to use Agrax Earthshade. We are going to smash that in right into the base. Get a nice good coverage. Wait for it to dry, obviously. Going to take a bit. Obviously, I also have an Instagram. Instagram.com/GloriousBadger is where you can find me. Yeah, I'm relatively happy now. We are going to move on to the next stage once this is dry. And that next stage is dry brushing. We are going to use the Force? No, use the brush. We're going to use Desert Yellow. Dark Sand. Excellent colors. We're going to dry brush those on. So I want to keep changing directions. Well, when I'm doing the sand like this, I want to kind of keep changing the direction. Sometimes it's best just to keep going in one direction. Like if you're going potentially fur or something, you might want to keep that angle of brushing in one direction. And Dark Sand, this is going to be our final highlight. Such as it is. That edge needs a bit of a tidy up as well. Excellent stuff. Trying to keep it away from the boots, although he probably get a bit of dust on his boots, so we don't worry too much. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. You won't miss the next one. I am pretty happy with this miniature, how it's turned out. Obviously, I think I may go back and get the eyes sorted out, but for now we're going to just finish off the edges right there. And there he is in all his glory, ready to take on the Empire. And now I'm going to point out the fact that I have indeed painted the base. I might add some tufts if we get it back to doing his eyes onto the ground as well, and maybe a bit of dirt on his boots. But I'm pretty happy with this and looking forward to painting the next miniature. Let me know in chat. Let me know in chat. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see, and I will get to it. Thank you very much for watching. Do check me out at Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon. I am Glorious Badger on each and every one of those. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you, and goodbye.